How do you determine what type of home service business to start? You need to do something that you enjoy to do. If you don't enjoy doing it, you're probably not going to be good at it, or it's not going to last very long. You're not going to take pride in your work.
If you want to figure out what's the best service business to start with the highest demand, there's 2 ways of doing it. You can go online and just start plugging them in and see which ones pop up with the best companies. Industries that seem to have the worst search results, that's your market. The second way to do it is go to a dinner party and just start asking around, hey, have you ever had any work done to your house recently? Yeah, but I haven't been able to find anybody to do X. And X is probably your niche.
So I think it's important to have a little bit of a background in the business that you're starting. I think the best way is to work with someone who's an expert in their field when you're getting started so that you can see how to do things the best possible way in that industry before diving into opening your own business. Because you want to make sure that once you're up and running and once you're actually dealing with clients, you want to make sure that you're giving them unmatched value and that you're giving something that's competitive to any competitors in your field. And it's really hard to do that if you're coming in completely cold off the street with no industry knowledge and no experience in that business.
I believe you do need a business plan, but the business plan doesn't have to be long and drawn out. A one-page business plan is just as sufficient. Just writing down your plans and your dreams. How are you going to go from point A to point B?
It really brings you into reality because every business is wonderful in your head until you get it on paper and you realize, oh, wow, I need 50 leads a month. Get all the theoretical stuff into concrete on paper. This is the plan.
So there's a lot of great free templates online. You don't need to have an MBA to write a business plan. It forces you into answering those questions and it helps you see a clear picture of exactly what your business is going to be. Anytime you're starting a business, it's important to look into what the requirements are, where you're based. So I think it's a really good idea to go down to your local business bureau, or even easier than that is to talk to somebody who's already in the industry and get a good feel for what it was like for them to start the company. And I think that's the best source of information is somebody that's already done it.
150,000%. Yes, you need insurance. Anything you do, I don't care what industry you're in, if you set foot on another person's property, whether it's residential or commercial, it's a liability. And you need to protect yourself and you need to protect your customer.
So I think it's a myth that you need to be a millionaire to start a business. I think that it's really easy actually to start up a service business by just bootstrapping it. A lot of the upfront costs are going to be based on whether or not you have to get any specific certifications, licenses, or insurances. But I think you don't need a ton of money. What you need is, some stick-to-itiveness. You need some industry knowledge, and you just got to believe in yourself. It doesn't take $1 million to start a company by any means.
My dad always says, if it was easy, everybody would do it. And so if you want to start your own business, it's not easy. You do have to have a drive that is willing to get knocked down and knocked down and knocked down and have people not pay you and have employees do bad things. And you have to have a toughness and resiliency.
I think it's definitely important to stick to what you're passionate about and not go with the path of least resistance. It's worth the hard work to get to where you're doing projects and where you're running a business that you absolutely love running.